Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris and this is Restoration Rescue. So last week we came in and we got the truck to turn over for the first time. We didn't get it to start, we weren't trying for that, but we definitely got it to spin the engine. So that's a good sign, everything moved clean, filled it with oil. Now this week we are going to be working on trying to start this thing. So we are closing in on the deadline of Christmas to get this thing running and driving. So what we need to do now is we do need to fill up the transmission. So we have to put in transmission lines and we have to do some more parts that showed up. So we have some bolts, we have some caps, we have some things we need to hook up so that we can put power to this thing and get this thing going. So we have headlights, which I'm still pumped about, which you guys can't really see because they're over there. But we are closing the door, or in this case, closing the window on the deadline. So let's go ahead, hop into the engine bay, and start working on this thing. All right, so like I said, we have some parts here. We have the trans lines have showed up. We have a couple things that we're going to put on. I am going to put on the old EGR. Just so that if I could get this thing started, we have stuff there. So I need to put the lines on, get it hooked up to the radiator, see if I can find my upper radiator course hose, put a little bit of coolant in it, just so that it won't overheat. Now, as you see right over there, I have some spark plug wires, so that'll be good. I have to hook up some fuel lines, and I still need to do and get the new the old manifold on the truck. So that's a lot easier said than done because we kind of run out of space. So the thing's kind of be a pain. So yeah, that's going to be real fun. So I do need to weld and get that thing out of there. So I think that's what we're going to start with right away. Get that fixed, and then work on trying to get the front end or what we need in the engine bay together so that we can start this thing up. We are going to have vacuum leaks, I know, right out the gate because there's going to be things that I didn't hook up correctly. The PCV hose, I need to get a new one or just make a hose. So that needs to be done. I need to cut off some other tubes. It's not going to want to run right out the gate. But we have power. We have stuff to the truck, so I might need to get a jump box as well. But let's go ahead, hop in, and start working on this header to get that piece out. So go over there. All right, so we tried to get the exhaust, that old bolt out, and it just didn't want to come out. So we've gotten that where it pretty much needs to go, though. We're going to probably throw that in a little bit. But we have gotten the trans lines connected at the front. So everything at the front of the engine is connected. I do need to tighten down the power steering lines before we start the truck because I don't want that spewing all over the place and filling that up as well. I have to fill it up with fluid. I have the fluid. I just haven't brought it in the house or in the garage yet. It's in my truck. Now, we just hooked up here the vacuum hose to this. We've also had this whole side that we have all of the spark plug wires in. So pretty much what we need to do is get the other side ready. Now, I have a couple hoses that I need to cut and hook up, and I'm still searching for my upper radiator hose. It is somewhere in this mess of a garage, and I just got to find it. Unfortunately, let's just say my ability to pack and put things away properly didn't go great when we were taking this thing apart 2.5 years ago, as I also had the old C10 apart. So there's parts mixed with parts, and I'm probably going to find parts that I needed for that and had to rebuy in here. So what we have now is get the line set up on the bottom and start filling up the transmission with fluid, which means I need to put the drive shaft in. So once the drive shaft's in, I need to jack up the rear end and get everything on jack stands, at least to make me feel comfortable that when I hit it into drive or neutral or anything, that the truck just doesn't jump off of the jacks and go through the wall, because we replaced that wall and I don't want to have to replace another wall. So we have some interesting work left to do to get this thing running. So we still have a couple weeks left. This video will come out 2 weeks before Christmas, I believe, maybe a week before Christmas. But that's okay. The video after that, we'll have this thing running. So unless we get this week. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go under the truck. It's kind of tough to see down there to get everything hooked up at the transmission. So I'm going to go do that. All right, so everything is hooked up underneath, and everything should be good to go. I am missing an upper radiator hose, but we should be good to start. So let's go ahead, and the wires are all plugged in where they're supposed to go. So hopefully this thing should just rocket right to life. Now, I didn't have PCV hose, so I did have to block that off. So I don't know if that's going to affect our starting, but let's go ahead and try and kick it over and see what happens. So as you can see, for some reason, it's not wanting to start. So maybe I just need some more power. We just need to start looking around and seeing what's not hooked up or hooked up correctly. I need to check the firing order because maybe I'm reversed or on that and my timing's off or something stupid like that, or the ignition timing, not so much timing, because timing is timing on these engines. So anything I can think of right off the gate. Maybe I just need to charge the battery. You never know. But that is going to be a wrap for this week's video. I know it doesn't look like we did a lot, but we got a lot done. So we'll see you guys next Saturday. We'll continue working on this thing. Hopefully it'll be started up. I'm really, really getting anxious about starting this thing. It'll be really cool to hear it kick over for the first time and hear it fire. But we do need to get some hose so we can do the PCV. We have a long list of things to do to get this thing up and running. So hopefully it won't be that much longer until it is. But that's going to be a wrap for today. So we'll see you guys next Saturday.